Play with something safe, man. Don't play with me.
Alright, what's up everybody? Most people, when it comes to this topic on YouTube, I'm assuming, just based on how it usually goes, are going to make sad content when it comes to, the death of Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. But I don't like making sad content, because it's sad, and I'm not a sad dude, I'm a villain. So, instead of that, we're going to do the opposite. Since Chadwick Boseman represented and played such an iconic character from comics like Black Panther, I don't think anyone's ever really going to play the role better than he did as Black Panther. So to celebrate him and his character, I'm going to go over my personal top 10 Black Panther moments. Shout out to my lawyer GB for helping me compile the scans. But with that being said, rest in peace to the homie Chadwick Boseman, and I hope you enjoy this top 10, no particular order, Black Panther moments. Now, starting off the list, we have a crossover battle that Black Panther actually took part in. The crazy thing is, he was by himself. So, Black Panther in a crossover event with the Fantastic Four actually managed to take down the entire Fantastic Four team before they got out of it with outside help. So Black Panther, upon this 4-on-1 engagement with the Fantastic Four, and everyone knows Thing is basically God, he still managed to hold his own against them and was even winning. And this really highlights something that's going to be demonstrated again throughout this list, but it's Black Panther's lethality when he has prep. A lot of characters, when they have prep, like, they become formidable, like probably 50-50 at that point. Don't know who's going to win. They definitely even the odds up. But when Panther has prep, usually he just bolos you. Like, you don't really get a chance to fight back. He's truly one of the best prep time fighters in comics. Next moment, we actually see a crossover battle again, but this time a one-on-one. This is the case where Black Panther and Deadpool had a bit of a run-in. Now, this battle in particular is unique because when they crossed paths and began fighting, Black Panther revealed he actually had developed technology that can stop Deadpool's healing factor. One of the best healing factors in comics casually gets negged by tech developed by Black Panther. So in this battle, he does this, and then he starts boloing Deadpool, because, Black Panther in terms of skill is just an insanely good fighter. And then at one point, he just straight up BFRs Deadpool. And it was an absolute manhandling. But it just showed, once again, how dangerous Black Panther is when given the chance to develop a way to take you down. Next up, we have another moment that probably goes unseen by many people. Once again, this comes from a Black Panther versus Deadpool run. However, it's not a fight with Deadpool and Black Panther. What it is, rather, is the display of what Black Panther does in his spare time. So, apparently, when training as a fighter, one of the simulators Black Panther uses is running himself against the entire Avengers roster, just to see how he manages against them in up close quarters combat. And we see he actually does quite well and has an answer to a lot of the Avengers like Cap and Iron Man. So this was quite impressive and pretty insane to think about Black Panther, as part of his regular training routine, fights the Avengers. Like, that shouldn't be a thing. But when it comes to Black Panther, he can basically do what he wants. Next moment we see comes from Fantastic Four issues 545 to 546. Now, this is actually a pretty funny, petty moment by Black Panther. So essentially what happens is he he starts fighting Surfer and he's winning, and then he gets like cheap shotted by Stardust, who's a herald of Galactus. Black Panther was pissed. He was essentially like, yo, I'm completely boloing Surfer, and now it's going to look like to the people I lost. And he wasn't going for that. So Black Panther went home, and he got these time-space warping frogs called Solomon's Frogs. And then he got a suit that absorbs like the power cosmic, and pulls up on them again. Time travels, pulls up on them again, and bolos them. He like gives some power, I think, to Johnny Storm to help him against Stardust, like so Stardust could bolo him. Just real petty. Like, he won, but he just wanted people to know he won, to the point he time traveled to prove it again. It was absurd, but it's also hilarious. Moving on, we got Avengers issue 10 from 2018. So this really is a confrontation that historically shouldn't be surprising. If you've ever read Black Panther, you'll know one of the people he consistently has beef with is Namor the Submariner. Typically, it's politically tied because both are kings. One's the king of Wakanda, one's the king of Atlantis. And they have squabbles, and Namor uses rat tactics a lot that screws over Wakanda. So their beef is real, it's legitimate, and they would kill each other. Now, although Namor and Black Panther have swapped hands many times in the past, this one is kind of crazy because it shows that Black Panther really doesn't care about Namor's reputation and still considers himself Namor's rival. He completely bullies Namor verbally with threats, and then casually dodges sneak attacks by Namor in counters, and this just pisses off Namor. And Black Panther shows he has a mental edge in this, dispute. What's even more badass about this moment for Black Panther, though, is that Namor is standing in water while Panther is trash talking him. So Namor gets mega amped by water, and even though he knows this, Panther still was trash talking him. Absolutely crazy, and a pretty badass moment. Next up, one of the more powerful Black Panther moments. This was when Black Panther had the willpower to properly wield the power of the multiversal assembled Infinity Gauntlet during the events of the God Emperor Doom arc. This is insane because other characters like Captain America should scale to Black Panther, right? But he failed to wield the power of a weaker gauntlet, like in the 2013 run of New Avengers issue 3, where he failed to stop the incursion, or the oncoming planet, from hitting Earth. And Panther wielding something on a whole greater power scale is insane, because that means his willpower actually bolos Captain America's. Insane. Next is from 2003. This was the Red Zone arc, basically featuring Red Skull. This took place in issues 69 through 70. Now, in this, it's just a cool moment in which Black Panther has to play the hero to the typical heroes. Basically, Black Panther destroys Red Skull, and he saves Captain America and Iron Man in the process. At this point, he also had to extract blood from Red Skull and use it to cure Tony of a toxin Red Skull had produced. So it was just, a reverse roles, Black Panther having to save the Avengers, and it was pretty cool to see. Moving on, in Avengers vs. X-Men, this is one of the more disrespectful moments. Black Panther easily negs Storm in more ways than one, in a sense, and essentially shuts her abilities off. In this fight, he was finessing Storm and dancing on her so bad that she ends up just throwing away her wedding ring at the end of the fight after being toyed with, in hand-to-hand combat. She just got sick of it, threw the ring away, and was done with it. But Panther was like, yo, I can't take an L. He did what he had to do, and he handled his business. He knew it was his wife, but, you know, business is business. He's not going to take that L. Next moment actually comes from the proposal of Black Panther to Storm. They actually have, you know, a historical marriage. While proposing to Storm and Black Panther the Bride, he actually low diffs the Arabian Night, and this is kind of comedic because Black Panther's like talking to her and like barely notices Arabian Night wiling out and just bolos him while trying to convince Storm to marry him. So it's a pretty funny moment, and obviously it's a big moment in Panther's history because you know, that's his wife. Now, final moment we have comes from 2013 issue 8 of Wolverine. In this one, we actually see beef between Black Panther and Wolverine. Now, in this fight, on paper, they should be pretty even, right? Doesn't really matter. In this run, Panther beats up Logan and calls him out for being afraid of death. Now, the reason this is so funny and iconic is because this is Wolverine's run. Black Panther came to Wolverine's solo run and boloed him. The disrespect is real. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. I enjoyed making this video. I enjoy celebrating the character of Black Panther. Let me know your favorite Panther moments. Put it in the comment section down below. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to check out all the links in the description. We got my Twitter. We got my Twitch. You got to go check those out. Check out the memberships. Help support my channel so I can grow. Anyways, it's been your boy, your favorite villain, and I will see y'all later. Peace.